How are you doing, boys and girls? Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Hate Blitz. I'm going to be uploading a video showing just exactly why I hate Blitz and how much I hate Blitz. I started off on 1200 and tried to do a Blitz run, see if I could get to 1250. I managed to get to 1170 something, so I actually managed to backslide by practicing playing very, very bad chess. And that's why I don't like it. Right? Bottom line, if you can't play with a good degree of accuracy at 5 minutes, don't play 5 minutes. If you can't play with a good degree of accuracy at 3 minutes, don't play 3 minutes, and so on. Play the quickest time control, or do not play a time control below which you cannot play with a reasonable accuracy, or at least your best accuracy. It depends what your limit is. You know, if your limit is that you find the best moves 40% of the time, if 40 is good for you, right? Don't practice playing below your best, right? It's like going to the gym. If you want to be a bodybuilder, if you want to build muscle, you don't go and lift 50% of your maximum. You lift close to your maximum, right? So that you stress yourself, you stretch yourself so that you grow and improve and get stronger. I love rapid though. I love rapid. And in fact, this morning, I just hit my boom, boom, boom highest rating ever. 1574, boys and girls. 1600. It's so close. It's so close, I can feel it. Very exciting time. So yeah, my goal for 2021 was to, in fact, well, I'll pull up my my stats and we'll have a quick look at that. Just, what the hell? Just for giggles. So look at rapid. This is all-time rapid. So 2020, I averaged around low 1400s, right? Once or twice I hit. Did I hit 1500? Yeah, just edged it once or twice, right? In 2020. 2021, my goal was to get over 1500 and remain over 1500 for most of the year. I didn't manage that, so I started the year on about 1400 and I finished the year on 1537-ish. So I kind of grew from about 1450 to about 1500 through 2021. Okay, so far in 2022, I've managed to stay over 1500. And what's more, so I actually started 2022 on 1500. And what's more, I've grown. Yeah, look at this. Last 2 days, gone from 1522 to 1574. Okay, and this is, oh look, and I'm in the 97.2 percentile now, which means I've got a higher rating than 97.2% of the players on chess.com. So let me share with you how it happened, because it's really quite a beautiful game. All right, so let's go. We have e4, e5. We know all where we're going. It's a one-way ticket to Vienna, Austria, boys and girls. Okay, and we have this quiet response. And to be honest, I don't know exactly what I'm meant to do here. I ought to, because it's not that uncommon. So I played my bishop out to c4. We're looking down on f7. It's a very standard move. Can't be wrong. Okay. Knight comes out to f6, and so I push d3. Now thinking about, I could bring my bishop out, pin this knight. Again, very standard moves. I'm familiar with all this. I've got ideas of f4, right? And then if pawn takes, bishop takes. A bit like you see in the French. Quite a lot, but that's the other way around. And the king and queen are obviously swapped over if you're playing with the black pieces. So f4, maybe knight f3, that kind of idea. We have the quiet and mouse-like h6. He's preventing my bishop from coming out to here. So I'm thinking, well, do I want to move my bishop now? I push f4 now, right? Because I figure, look, if he decides to take, yeah, free development. My bishop problem is solved, okay? And we're on move 5 of the game here, right? And he does, he takes, and I take. And now look, bam, bamity, and bam. against one horse. Okay, so I've got a development lead. Happy days. And he's already, there's a chink on the king's side. And where's his development? It ain't. That's where it is. It's nowhere. Okay. And this is not an arse kicking, by any degree. My opponent's rated, 1576 now, so he was 1580, right? He brings the bishop out with check. I am unflustered, knight f3. Dude, if you want to trade your bishop, I can capture inwards with my pawn, or I can capture and develop my queen, giving my king all the options in the world, right? Does he do that? No, he doesn't. Okay, so bishop e7. Now he may be thinking of this, but you have to say that bishop is not in the happiest of squares. Okay, so now I decide to kick the bishop, put the question to the bishop, right? So it's not exactly a kick, saying, well, what is your intention, Mr. Bishop, right? Is your intention to trade yourself off for my knight? Now, I would say actually in black's case, this isn't too bad an idea. When your opponent's got 7 pawns on light squares, it doesn't make for happy travels for your light squared bishop, right? Makes your dark squared bishop super strong, but your light squared bishop is very much hampered. So if I was black here, I don't know, would I trade? Probably not. Still, still it would give me, if I recapture the queen, say, gives me 4 developed pieces to his 2. Still not great. However, this isn't that brilliant either. Retreat, g4, bishop's only got 1 square, goes to here. And now it's looking down the barrel of this. And it can't go there, and it can't go there. All it's got to play with is these, which is crap. Okay, so, again, another minor body blow for yours truly. So now I play queen e2. It's kind of a flexible move. I'm just wanting to, tie the room together, to quote one of the best movies, and also gives my king options for, migration. He develops his knight. Fair enough. I get that. Any major threats? Not particularly. It's not too bad. He might come here. And so now I decide to take the initiative and castle long. My opponent plays queen d7, signifying that he may intend to castle long. All right. Now, where's his junk at? His junk is mostly on this side of the board, right? Look at where are the minor pieces, right? 3 on the king side, 1 on the queen side. Okay. I've got actually a very kind of symmetrical position with my minor bits, okay, and the queen's in the middle of the board. So I'm kind of in a flexible position, right? Didn't really notice that during the game, but now rook h to e1. So now I've actually got thoughts, because I've got both my rooks centralized, right? Which is always an advantage of castling long. You get a rook straight on the d file, right? Same with black, castle long, this rook goes straight to d8. Okay, so I've got bang, 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 all my major bits in the middle of the board. So I'm thinking, actually, there may be ideas for Dave and Eddie to power up the middle and start to cause a fuss. Black now goes long. And here he gets my attention, because I'm thinking, all right, okay, yeah, your stuff is over here. You've only got a knight. Even the queen's blocked off. The queen can't get through. The rook can't get through. Bishop can't go anywhere. And this bishop's awful, right? So he's very much, it really feels like white has the, the breathing room with this. I would not like to be in black's shoes right now. So now, right, I've completed development. In fact, I've more than completed development. I'm super developed. I've got my rooks in the middle of the board. I've got very, very flexible minor pieces. Life is looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm thinking of an attacking plan. So what's the attacking plan? Okay, it's very common, right? Now, I don't know many attacking ideas that come naturally to me that I've tried lots of times. You watch IMs and National Masters and GMs play, they know dozens of attacking ideas. I know a handful, right? And this is one. Bishop behind the queen, take out the knight, attack this pawn. Okay? It's not rocket science. right? But it's a plan, and even a bad plan is better than no plan at all. So now my opponent plays that, which I guess he's stopping my knight or my bishop from going there. Maybe he doesn't want my bishop there pinning the knight on the queen. We shall see. So now I'm thinking about pushing up in the middle. Okay, so here's the idea. I kind of want to put my bishop here. I kind of want to put my queen here. Kind of want to go in there. Okay. But I have to get rid of this knight first. So moving this pawn up gives me the option of doing that. Okay. But I'm also kind of wanting to mix up my move order a little bit so as not to telegraph my intentions. Okay. My opponent now plays the bizarre knight back to h7. I mean, okay, arguably from that dark square, I've got all these pawns on light squares. There's nowhere really for that knight to go. And maybe he wants to free up his dark square bishop, right? This guy, to come out here or something like that, right? Don't know. So now I slide my bishop back to f2, okay? And again, now I've got thoughts of maybe queen here, then push the pawn, right? And then the knight's got to move, yeah? And then I might get in there, and then I've got thoughts of possible bishop sack, but we shall see. I'm starting to brew ideas. Knight comes in here now, and I'm thinking, okay, so is that what he's done? Is he kind of repositioned? Does he want to take out this knight? But I thought, actually, this knight isn't really part of the fun right now. It's all about these two bishops and this queen. So I'm thinking, okay, I can let you take my knight. I have to recapture with the queen, which kind of derails me but it's only a minor inconvenience. So I push ahead with plan A and hit his knight. And now he takes on here, right? And now I capture his knight. Because I figure, right, so this is actually an error. Surely it's an error, okay? So what's going on is, he's attacking my knight, which is defended. I'm attacking his knight, which is defended. Okay, and so that seems equal. However, if he takes my knight, he is then on attacking a rook. If I take his knight, I am then attacking a queen. Okay, so if he takes me, hits my rook, I take him, okay, with my pawn, which is lower value than his knight, I'm hitting his queen. Right? So these are the things that you just need to figure out. Well, use language, just talk to yourself. He has to take the pawn. And he took it with his pawn for some reason. Maybe if he thought if he takes with the queen, he's worried about something like this. You know, maybe he's right. But now he's down a knight for a... Wait, no, he's down a full knight, actually. No, he's not. He's down a knight for a pawn. Yeah? Okay, so we now have the upper hand, but I'm down to 6 minutes 15. However, look at my opponent, right? And he's got his own blockage of pawns that he's of his own, making. His queen is pretty much trapped in. Can't come here or here. This bishop's terrible, okay? So now, he gives check. I dodge. Now the king comes out, because here's the plan, right? The plan now is, I've got bishop takes here. Okay, check. Oh, but no, actually, first I have to get my queen onto this diagonal, and that's not that easy, because with his bishop here now, I really want to put my queen here, right? Then it's check. He has to go here, and then queen there is checkmate. Okay, can't do that. So he moves his king here to defend the pawn. Decent move. So now I push up with my pawn. Okay. I actually took a bit of time over this. 1 minute 18, right? So I'm thinking, look, the safe thing here would be something like, just bishop here, try and trade off the, simplify down, and then take advantage of the fact that he's got relatively bad pawns. My king's much safer, etc., etc. There's probably a win in there. But I thought with this move, and I thought about it for a while, pawn can't take, because I take his queen, okay? if pawn pushes, I'm thinking about maybe like knight takes. If pawn takes, bishop takes with check, and then I've got my 2 bishops and my queen all lined up down there. So I thought, depending on how he goes, there may be possibilities. Now, he doesn't do any of those things. He moves his rook across, rook h2, e8. Okay, so I grab the pawn. Yeah, again, 31 seconds thought. He recaptures now with a pawn. Okay. And now all I do is drop my bishop back, because my queen can't go here, right? With this barrage up this diagonal. So I think drop the bishop back, then put the queen on here, which is not covered by my opponent, and then threaten to come in with mating ideas and this bishop as well. Okay. So he trades off rooks. Now he moves his bishop to there. And that's music to my ears, because now he's uncovered this square as well. So simply queen e3. Okay, and now I'm threatening to come in here, one of these 2 squares, then the bishop will come in and try and finish him off that way. He blocks. Right. So what do we do now? Keep up the pressure. Okay. Bishop d5 check. I don't know which way this is going to go, but I've got ideas. Okay. I really want to move my knight here, but I realise I can't because the queen is blocking. So the king now moves across. And now bishop to h2, pinning this pawn. Okay. And don't know exactly what I'm doing. I just want to, increase the number of pressure points on there. That bishop wasn't really doing a terrible amount on the back rank anyway, so maybe there's ideas here. Now he comes in to a supported square, forks queen and knight. So I dropped my queen back here. I actually then thought maybe my queen would be better here, right? Because then I might be able to like move my knight and then play like queen in here and come in. And look, his pieces are still trapping his king in this corner, right? So now he moves the king back to b6, again defending the pawn. And now bishop c4, okay? Just again, so, ideas maybe get my, open this up. But also then I noticed I've got this square with a check for the knight, okay? I've got maybe a check there, okay? King comes in, bring my queen in, stuff like that, okay? But it really is, it's not quite shooting fish in a barrel. We're both down to 2.5 minutes, okay? But knight d5 with check, king retreats, and now I find this, right? I didn't see this until the king went there. Obviously, I didn't know exactly where the king was going to go. The king only had a few squares, right? So he can't go here because of the knight, okay? He can't stay where he is, okay? So, and he can't go here because of the bishop. So he's got either that, or that, okay? So either way, my queen is likely to come flying in, come and try and take out this pawn. My knight's in a nice protected place. But since the king moved on there, then I spotted rook e7 wins the queen. Right, there's no checks. He does a counter-attack. Actually, maybe here what I could have done is queen. No, it's not even check, is it? So I grab the queen. He takes. Obviously, my queen's now under attack. So I come back here with ideas of coming in here, defended by the knight. Okay, didn't notice that my own bishop's hanging. He does this, I dodge the queen, he grabs my bishop, right? I push up. So this is now this is a little bit dangerous, right? Opponent's got 2 bishops on the board, got a rook lined up with my king, and I'm kind of occupied trying to take off his head. I need to be careful he doesn't take off mine in the process. At least he hasn't got this idea, because the knight's covering that square. But this bishop and a pinned pawn here is pretty deadly, so need to be careful. So now b3. Effectively, I neutralise his light square bishop. Okay, but also it means his light square bishop can fly through, but it can't really touch anything. So that's okay. King comes back. I take out the pawn. King comes here. Check. King comes back. Bishop to there, and my opponent there resigns. So, really nicely fought game, I think. I got a small advantage, or a number of small advantages in the start of the game, and just kind of built up and applied the pressure, which to me, that feels like good chess. So I hate Blitz, but I'm loving Rapid. Thanks for watching. See you later.